Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're having a wonderful morning and a blessed day. Today I wanted to talk about people who complain about stuff that God has already blessed them with, and they start asking for more. They start becoming ungrateful. So you ever notice some people who become ungrateful after God have blessed them with something they have been praying for? Meaning, let's say if you have been praying to God for food and God has given you the food that you need, you've been having an overflow of food, you don't need to ask for more, and you may have been blessing people with food who are low on food, so God has given you extra. So let's say if you go to the store and you see a discount on bread or a discount on meat, and you're like, I didn't see this in the paper, let me get a few of these extra ones so that I can have like just some extra so I don't have to run back to the market very soon. And you have like a family member or friend who's struggling with food. God has opened the door for you to bless someone else. So there's a difference between a need and a want. And so I want to explain the difference between those two. So let's say, for instance, a person is going to work and they have a vehicle that has been falling apart, and they've been praying to God and saying, God, I need a vehicle. I need a vehicle where I can get back and forth to work. This vehicle has been falling apart, God in heaven, and I know that you're going to bless me with a car that I need. But until that is, till it's done, until you say, okay, this is for you, I've given you enough money to budget until someone has given me a car that I can use that you bless me with, I'm going to keep driving this car. I'm going to keep driving it to get me back and forth to work, even if I have to ask someone to help me with the vehicle. And if the vehicle's not running, I'm going to still find a way to get to work. And so God sees your sincerity. He understands that you are asking truthfully from your heart, and you are doing the things you need to do to get back and forth to work. And God has saw what you've been doing, and He hear your prayer, and He bless you with a new vehicle, or He bless you with a vehicle from a family member or your parents who say, listen, I see what you're going through, and we have just got a new vehicle, or we're going to give you a new vehicle. We got a little extra money to give you a vehicle, get a loan for a vehicle, or buy a vehicle for you. God is going to open a door so that you will get what you need. You just ever notice, once people get the things that they need, some people, they'll start off being very happy about it, but they still feel they need more. And once God don't give them more, He know they have what they need, they start complaining and whining like a little child. And so you ever notice people, when they get what they need from God in heaven, God has given them, more food or more clothing or a car to get back and forth, have made sure that they have enough money to keep their electricity on, their bills on, and everything. And then they decide that I am going to complain because I'm living a very comfortable lifestyle, but I would like to have a little extra money to act like I'm doing way, way, way good. And so they complain about, I would like another car, even though I have one. One can be for this and one can be for that. And they don't need another car. They don't need any more money. They have enough money. They don't need any more food. They have enough food that they get every month. Their kitchen is overflowing with food. Their bank account is overflowing with enough money to pay the bills, take care of their kids, make sure food is in the home, take care of any extra needs, and maybe take a vacation. But they still feel that they need more. God is not going to respond to you while you're throwing a fit like a little child. So they start getting upset and throwing fits, and so God is not going to respond to that. As a father, He's going to give His children what they need, and all the fit throwing, He's going to ignore that. God don't answer tantrums. As His children, he will allow us to have a tantrum until we wipe our tears and sit down and calm down enough to speak to him in the right way. I can talk about some situations in my city where you have people complaining about different issues. We had a market that was here, and this market was truly taking advantage of the residents that live here because they knew that they were the only market in this city. And so they would raise the prices to the point where things were overpriced in the store. And so the city complained for years and years, we need a better market here. They need a better market. They were complaining about this before I moved here. And after I moved here, it was still going on. And so I was like, this is crazy. I thank God that I had my uncle and my husband when they were both alive, and some friends who were able to take us to a different area, which is a city about 30 minutes away, to take us to one of the major markets. But I did go to that market a couple of times when I couldn't get to the major city, and I would buy stuff from there, and I did notice a lot of things were overpriced. So for me, it was better for me to go to Rite Aid. Even though Rite Aid is not a market, I would rather go to Rite Aid and get my juice than go to this market. And so people have been complaining for years and years, and God blessed them with the market. And so we got a market here, and not only a market, an extra store that has extra stuff that family and parents and kids need. So we not only got a market, but we got an extra store. So that market eventually went out of business. It's no longer in business because once this new market came here, it put it out of business, and they put themselves out of business because of what they were doing. God had blessed them with a store, but they decided to take advantage of the residents, and so you can't do that, and so that store closed itself. God will give you what you need, but when you start taking advantage of what he's giving you, God will say, well, I see you're not listening to the blessings I'm giving you. You're not appreciating what I've given you. So I'm going to make this choice of saying, okay, you're going to have some competition. So you need to start fixing your store to the point where people will be able to say, okay, they're doing really good. They brought the prices down. But that store was still doing the same thing after the new stores came here. God's love is so amazing that he will make sure that you understand what he's trying to teach you, and then he will educate you on what you're doing wrong, but he's educating you out of love, and he will give you a door to understand what he wants you to do. God's love is so amazing. He sent his only son to help the Jews, to show us love and how much he loves us. But even with Jesus showing everyone that he loved them, they still found ways to say negative things about him, and still wasn't appreciating the food, the healing, and the teaching he was showing them. Those who truly followed him and truly loved him and truly believed the words that he was sharing with them and the love that his Father has for us, they were like, yeah, because I know that he loves me. I know Jesus loved me. And I use that example of the Jews when Jesus came to show his love, not only just to the Jews, but to everyone. And those who saw the miracles that he was doing, those who saw the love that he was giving, they still wanted to have doubt in who he was. I say that about the market out here because God blessed the city with a market and another store. But you still have people, there's still people in my city complaining about this market needing more. They run out of food. Okay, listen. Rite Aid was running out of produce. The other stores was running out of produce as well. They're going to run out of food if there's a major holiday, and people have to keep in mind this city has other events that come here, and I believe some of the people here forget about that. Like this city has this I'm gonna call it like a copy of I think it's Thunderdome from the movie. There's people that come out here in October and they're dressed in the gear, and they have the vehicles, and they have the camp set up in a certain area. And so when you see them in the city, they're dressed in their gear in October. And so when I first saw it, this wasn't, they came out here doing that in the year, I think 2015. And I had just came back from vacation, and I was looking like, oh my God. And then I start reading on the internet what was going on. So it gets in the news about this event. So it's pretty major. And the city also have like an area where there's a vacation spot out here. And it also have where people come out here and do dirt bike riding. And it also have where people come out here and camp. They bring their mobile homes. They come out here in certain holidays. 4th of July, Halloween, just all these different holidays that we have out here, they actually come out here. So it's going to run out of food when major holidays come around. So going in the market, and I notice there's some people that go in there and take pictures, but they're just not looking at the bigger picture of it. This city does have traffic that comes in and pass through. So when people get exactly the blessing that God has given them what they need, you're going to have some people that are going to complain, and you're going to have people who are very grateful. I'm like one of those people. I'm very, very grateful of what God brings here, because I am so I'm so happy about that market being here, because we had to go to longer areas to get groceries. So my example of the story, of course, read the Word, read the Bible, know about Jesus and the blessings and the miracle and the healing and the rebuking and just everything that He has shown us that we can do here on earth. We can do, because Jesus overcame the world. Sharing a beautiful story about Jesus' journey, and also sharing the story about my city, is an example of when people are blessed from God in heaven. You have some people who are still complaining, and you have people that do like vindictive things as well. And so just know God give you so many chances to fix the situation, and He has His own way of disciplining you to hear what He's telling you. So when God has given you what you need and not what you want, God is doing everything for a reason, because if He gave you everything you want, you wouldn't appreciate the need at all. So I'm going to end it right here and just say thank you so much for listening today. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and God give you everything that you need. Amen.